All right, I thought it'd be fun if behind the scenes I do some vlogging, talking about what it's like to have a vlog. I guess share tips, but really just to vent about all the crap you deal with, just trying to like help people or share your life or whatever it is. But basically, like Reddit. So I'm 40 years old. When I was a kid, social media was a BBS or a chat room that you dialed up to on a modem. Now, it's the internet. And I've been on the internet since I was a kid. The first time I used the internet was like 1992 or something like that. So I was an early adopter. And back then, everybody who was online on the internet was so nice. They were all like college professors or like students who like were understanding. And then around like 96, things just started to change. You had like AOL and it just became different. And now it's like where you go for hate speech. And yet no one has any rights. And people like to ban people. Like the Wikipedia ruined things. The Wikipedia, where anyone can edit and will create a ridiculously huge bureaucracy. Probably the biggest bureaucracy that's ever been created at an organization ever is the Wikipedia. I remember getting banned from you would have these like people running articles who like had like obvious biases and like for some reason their bias was okay, but it didn't fit within like the rules of authorship, so it was cool if they just like administratively guarded pages, and it's just so stupid, man. It's like what a waste of time. I mean, I still go to the Wikipedia, and I like that it's high quality, but it could have been a lot more than it was if people just allowed it to like differentiate itself from the previous format. I remember early on at the Wikipedia, you would have these like incredibly long lists of like all sorts of information, and then by the time like people started to use the Wikipedia before it was like a small thing, it was like you can't have a list. You don't have any proof of that, even though that's a thing. And we found 3 articles. You can't have that information in the Wikipedia because it can't just be everything. But it's supposed to be everything. It's the encyclopedia. But it's not. It's like a real encyclopedia. Oh, and by the way, I run the circumcision channel, and that's because I was a 48-year-old who got circumcised, and therefore I'm an expert in the topic. I mean, I don't know. It's just killing me. Like everything on the internet is like that. Reddit is like, the worst. Like I never really used Reddit when it was like coming up. It was like not for me. I didn't like the design or whatever. It just wasn't for me. It was like the ultimate forum. And it still is out there. And I've started to use it. It looks a little bit more like a Twitter, but it's like the people. It's like the karma thing. You can only post every 9 minutes, and they're trying to avoid spammers, but then they call everybody spammers. I got called a spammer. I posted like 2 things, and one of them was like, I wouldn't call it off topic. I mean, I'm making retro games online, and I posted it in retro battle stations, and my whole game is about it being a retro battle station. So I realized that wasn't exactly what they listed, but it really didn't violate the 4 rules that they had. And the guy who runs that was like, oh, well, I looked at your profile and you had posted a lot of videos, so you're obviously a spammer. I gotta go. Well, yeah, I vlog first and post those vlogs elsewhere because nobody is seeing it on YouTube. There's no discovery of on my channel. I mean, I would say most of the traffic we get is actually from GitHub. The people who actually watch more than a second of these videos so far have been either my friends, people that I've asked to see it, shown it to people, or shared it with my acquaintances, or like people who want to buy something that I've unboxed. And a lot of that's retro stuff, but because it's a video, he looks at it, on that particular retro battle stations Reddit as being somehow different than a still image, but yet a video is just a moving still image. I mean, I have plenty of still images I hadn't posted there yet. And ironically, I have a lot of portable computers, and like he banned me like literally the first day of the portable retro battle station computing contest. So he basically eliminated me from his contest that he created at the very beginning because I posted a video about a retro game in a retro battle stations Reddit that has nothing against it. Doesn't say that in any of the thing. You cannot post retro game development blogs. And I only posted one. The other stuff I had posted was photographs of my portable computers and, commenting. That's all I had, commenting. When he went to my profile, he saw that I created my own Reddit because I don't want to get banned from everything on Reddit. I think it's an okay site, and I wanted to create places and spaces on Reddit that were a little more open than what I'm seeing, which is pretty much every single one that I posted to game dev and just a bunch of different Reddits in the gaming retro areas, DIY, computing, build a PC. It seems like every single one of them was nitpicking everything I posted, even if it wasn't a video, even if it was like a photograph or just some text, a comment, a link. I mean, that's what it's for, right? It's for sharing a link, sharing, and then people talk about it. You talk back to them, you answer questions, or you answer their questions, or you try to fill somebody in. But because of all the rules on Reddit, like you cannot post very often, you cannot comment more than once every 7 seconds, and that's site wide. I'm sorry, 7 minutes, and that's site wide. So if I see 3 things that I want to comment on, I have to like put some reminders into Siri in order to post those 3 comments, because I can only post 1 comment every now and then. I mean, I guess if I get more karma, but there's no way to get karma because you can't post. And when you do post, almost every post to game dev has been deferred. Like, even if it's like a vlog about me game deving, you have to do it in a specific way, and it's like there's a 10-step process. So I tried once to post there because I don't have an hour to prepare a post for Reddit. And I posted there once. It got deferred. I don't post there anymore. I created my own game dev area. Nobody subscribes to it. Maybe someday someone will. Please do. r/game dev gurus, which is a tutorial site. The other tutorial sites are like nobody posts to them in 5 years. So why would I post to those? Especially since I think the moderator has to approve everything I post. So I created that one, and I created r/freely, FREELY, because just post. I want to read stuff. I mean, this is the least interaction ever. I'm supposed to explore all of these Reddits, and I could go on. I've gone on for Reddit most of this video, but then on YouTube, I mean, these are all things that maybe I knew about, but now I'm experiencing them for the first time in a while. Is now on YouTube, I've got like some copyright claims, and it's like there's a 10-second clip of like this one song. And yet, I guess what fair is that they get to monetize the 15-minute video, but that because of that 10 seconds, so they get 100% of all the proceeds, and they get to get all of my view data on that. And at the same time, it's literally just like a thing in the beginning, and then I don't use it anymore. But it's just this thing in the beginning, and then they got complete control over the entire video, and they make money off of it. That's not fair. It should be a percentage in accordance with and equal to. I should be able to negotiate. There's no negotiation. All there is you're done. You used it. Their rule is we're going to monetize your video, and it favors them completely. There's absolutely no way for me to say, well, how about 5%? Well, how about 10%? Since you're like 10 seconds of a 15-minute video, where 15 minutes of it is all original content, and there's this one little thing, and people might respond to this in the comments or whatever with things like, hey, well, it's their stuff, you took their stuff. But I mean, their stuff is sampled, their stuff is rehashed. Things are not that unique in the world at this point, and they're not going to get any more unique. But the idea that I should be a slave to some rich person just because they went toot toot, now they own toot toot. I mean, really, like, there's no reason for that other than it's unfair. It should be let's negotiate. Give me 15%. Sure, I'll give you 15%, and I'll take the other because I made the rest of that video. I put the work in. You didn't put the work in. You didn't do anything. All I did was I don't even know where I got that video clip, but I think it Panzoid or something. So other people are stealing your stuff. You're not getting a dime. I'd be willing to negotiate. Hey, how about a little back and forth a couple of times? I know you're busy, but apparently you care about this 10 seconds of your song, you know? I mean, I'm fine with linking it to you and attributing you and even giving you some of the money, but I don't think you deserve 100% of the money for a 10-second snippet of your song that appears for a second at the beginning of the video. But fine. It's removed now. Now you get nothing. So there you go. And all of the new stuff that I make has samples that I purchased. So, you know, I guess I didn't realize that was an important song in the world. And because all it was like, do-do-do-do-do, and that was it. Well, guess what? Do-do-do-do-do is not like, you know, who owns that? Like, how am I supposed to fight that? Am I supposed to go to the copyright office and be like, hey, you know, I believe is really not, you know, that's just so stupid. It's just sad. I want to cry. It's horrible. Back in the 90s, there was all this fair use stuff going on, and you could like have like up to 2 minutes of a movie, and you know, as long as you were adding something to it and it wasn't like a blatant thievery, there used to be all that stuff, and then it's like 2003, 2007 came around. You know, those years right when YouTube was just going viral. You know, it was just, you know, and then just where to begin. I'm not going to get into the history of YouTube too much on these vlogs. There's a reason for that, but it's also like a beating a dead horse. The vlog of vlogs, which is what we're doing right now, is really about the experience of trying to get this channel off the ground in 2018. So 11 years after YouTube became big. What's it like now? What's it like for a developer of content now? I mean, I'll tell you right now that I do get some views off of GitHub, but they're not that many. And everything else is pretty random. About, you know, if I look at my analytics, I mean, well, first of all, every YouTuber I've ever approached has not written back. So if I tried, like, there's a lot that I liked. I really like Strange Parts. I like LGR a lot. I offered him a beer because I go to Asheville sometimes. No response. Talked about it in a video already. Julian Eilets, you know. These are all people who make money off of Patreon, you know. But if I look at my video views, there's these impressions, whatever that means. I mean, nobody's whatever. And then forgetting the views, and I get no information on gender or age, and I get no. I mean, I'm not making any money at all. I'm not even trying to. This channel is not monetized because I'm not here to make money off of ads. I'm here to find people who are willing to sponsor the channel so that we can create better stuff and I can focus on the channel more. I don't know. I can't seem to bring up. Well, our number one viewed video is the C64 mini console right now, and you know, a lot of impressions. People watch a lot of that video, and then the other one that's watched is like a 1.5 hour video. People watch about 4 minutes of it, and it's the Pandora's Box 5S, because I'm sure they just skip through it and don't care what Drew and I are saying. But yeah, I mean, those are the top two videos that we've made so far. One of the mailbags is doing pretty well, and the RF Plays number one Game Boy Station Lite, or GB Station, it's not a Game Boy. That one did pretty well. What else? Well, let's see. I'm going to rank it by view, and I'll tell you what the top views are. Yeah, so the Pandora 5S is the top video. Pixietron number one is big, but that's only because it's linked to on GitHub, and that's been generating more traffic than anything else. The C64 mini console is the third top video in 2018 for Retrofriends, and the fourth is Mailbag 3, pre-opened mail from the Ukraine, which personally was not my favorite mailbag. But it was okay. Had the Sunspark station. You know, there was a lot in that video, but there were better videos. RF Plays Galaxy and Keychain Pocket Arcade Machine. That'd be the last one on the top 5. And the first video I uploaded and the second video I uploaded are this number 6 and 7. So all those hours of creating these other pieces of content. Let's see what the longest viewed video is. Well, it won't let me. It won't let me rank it by that. What's going on here? Yeah, it won't let me rank it by that. Let's see what they are. The number Pixitron 5. Average view duration was 16 minutes. And I think the video is an hour. Wait. Did I say 5? Yeah, 5. And the another top ranking is RF Plays 3, which is the one I got the copyright claim on. And it's only had 8 views, so that could be just me and Drew bringing that average up. Because I watch the video at least one time through to make sure it's kosher every time I upload. Or it's on in the background. RFRL, and it does count you, which, you know, it'd be nice if you could turn, whatever, it's just a small amount. And the other one that's watched a lot was Pixitron 13, and that's because I plugged it at a meetup group I have. So most of this stuff is coming directly from me. And some of my videos, like the one I just uploaded yesterday, 0 impressions. It's been up for 24 hours, 0 impressions, no click-through rate, 3 views. Why is that? I thought it was all about that first hour that your video's up or something like that, and that's certainly not true. We have 8 subscribers. I think I know 7 of them. One of them is me, so that's 8. Yeah, people say they'll subscribe, like some of my friends. I know that they haven't because I'd have like 12. But who the hell subscribes? And every single video I'm like, subscribe, you know. But I'm not giving up, you know. I like what we're doing. I think if you... Maybe there's problems with it that I'm not aware of, but as far as like the quality or the way that I am, I know sometimes I'm going, especially with Pixitron, right? I do that a lot, and I'm trying to cut those out, and I try to stop doing that, but it's often late at night at the end of the day that I'm doing these videos, and it's not always the best time. Like, I had a lot of energy here out of anger, or just frustration, I guess is a better word, but I don't know. If you are watching this video and you're like, why are we watching the vlog of vlogs? Well, I hope you subscribe, and I hope you liked it. I hope you visit the Patreon, but you don't have to. Not everybody has money to give away. I give out money on Patreon to Look Mum New Computer. I pretty much will give him $1 for a long time. I think that's fine. I had a couple of other patrons. I gave a lot of money to Matt Chat. I think I gave like over $400 to Matt Chat, and I bought his books on top of that. So I donated that money in the form of beers that were extremely rare, and I've never even gotten to drink. But anyway, check out those channels. Look Mum No Computer, Matt Chat. I mean, I'm not afraid to plug somebody else, even though nobody's plugging me. But if you have a video or a channel, plug me. Plug Retrofriends. You're plugging like 6 people. This is like the tenement version of a YouTube channel. All right, well, take care. Thanks for listening to my rant, and have a great day.